Hello, welcome. This is Gbogbo Swagger and this is Swaggerslifestyle. How are you doing? Hope you're good. Hope you're living life and hope you're staying true to yourself. Okay, so I would like to tell you guys that I've started a live session Wednesdays 9 p.m. and then Saturdays 9 p.m. We always have a very wonderful and fantastic time. Save the date and then we'll see. Do you know that only 17% of employees are using the break room for short recharging periods? Yeah, because in our own climb, sometimes you don't even get to go for a break. Today, we are going to have a wonderful discussion because we're talking to someone that is bringing her experience to the limelight. Have you subscribed to this channel? What are you waiting for? Click on that subscribe button.
Welcome to Swaggerslifestyle.
So let me just give her to introduce herself. Can we meet you?
Thank you, Swagger, for having me here. My name is Victoria Okosun, and like she said, I'm a media and marketing practitioner, and we run an advert agency in Abuja, Phoenix Nest Media. But again, we're not talking advertising today.
Yeah, we're actually going to bring her some time to speak about advertising and marketing very soon. So definitely you're coming back. So let's just go straight into this conversation. What is Hiatus?
Okay. Now, when you hear Hiatus, people laugh. I'm like, is that a word?
Because I did. I laughed when I said, which one is this one now again? I got new one, Hiatus.
But Hiatus is time away, basically, time kept away.
Time. Now, when you go on Hiatus, is it like sometimes, is it a decision or probably circumstance?
It could be of both. But in most of the time, it's a decision. But other times, circumstances, it could be like, for some time, it could be like, okay, let's look at it from the business angle now. It could be that this business is not working. Let me just take time off it and focus on something else. Or maybe you're pregnant and you're going on your maternity leave. So that time that you are off your job, off what you're supposed to be doing, that's a hiatus. So you're taking time off.
So necessarily it means it's the same thing as taking a break.
Yes, that's me.
Taking a break. So you would just say, I'm taking a break. I don't just be paying
well, you know, before we started breaking down English has to be big to make sense. If not, it's not English. I mean, what do you feel? It's not English. So that's why we have dictionaries coming up with simpler words now, but before now, being English, the better. Ask that Benin professor.
Okay. Yeah. So maybe we would. Maybe insert one of.
We're using simpler terms today.
That's good. So, like, how long can a hiatus period last?
If it's a personal thing, it depends on you. If it's an organizational break, it depends on what the organization stipulates. Because the organization cannot give you 3 months, 4 months, or you're on a sabbatical. Cannot give you a sabbatical could be as long as 9 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. After that, you resume. Yeah. What if it's a personal time? Take as long as you like. You could say she's on a hiatus. Now, that could be a sabbatical. That could be maternity leave. That could be a prolonged medical care. That could be I'm leaving my job to go back to school.
Okay.
You understand? It could be I'm leaving my job to go back to school to do stuff. Then after school, I'm coming back and that job is waiting for me.
Okay.
You know? So it could be like...
it's like the mother hen.
It's just a term to describe leaving a space. Yes.
So, was there any time you went on a hiatus period?
I studied religion and cultural studies in school. So I thought I'll be negotiating in conflict areas and stuff. Instead, I found myself organizing events, discussing with brand managers why they should sponsor events and stuff. So you see, that dream about conflict resolution took a break. Never went back though, but it took a break. That's another example. Then in the process of organizing events, I saw myself leaving organizing events and moving more into talking to business owners why they should advertise, talking to owners of spaces why they should give us their space for free and that kind of stuff. I'm like, Victoria, I think you're good at this thing and you seem to like it. and I focused on that one. Now organizing events took
everything.
to get space. Then moved on again, was working with a TV station, and I was like, do I want to be in front of the cameras, or do I want to continue marketing, or do I want to do my own thing? And I said, okay, let me take a hiatus on all of this, go and clear my head. And I went to school. I went back to school. In the process, in school, I focused on journalism, because after all, I was working in a TV station now, so it would have been easy to just switch. I came back and I realized that, okay, journalism, stay there. I realized that it was marketing for me. All along. It just had to be talk, conversion, and all of that. Then I settled in. I'm like, oh, this I want to be. I was feeling good. Inspiration was high, morale was high. Then bam, someone got married. Bam, a baby came.
Okay, so let's start from the part of the baby came. So because you would have to take maternity leave and all of that. So now during the period when you were pregnant, you were taking care of the baby and all of that. How were you able to cope during that time?
Okay. It's very important to have family. And it's also fantastic when that family is close by. Because I will not imagine what I would do without family, especially my sister. It's also important to note that I have a supportive husband and who is always there. But when it comes to work and being pregnant and away from the workspace per se, it was not funny. Now you assume that working from home, it's your dream. After all, your bed is just nearby. This one is just there. So now, when you are away from the workspace, someone calls you up for a job and you now go like, you finish negotiating and everything. And the person now goes like, so Victoria, when are you coming to the office? Sir, I'll be sending so and so person to you. Conversation has changed. Why aren't you coming? Are you not in town? I'm in town, sir, but I'm pregnant. It's getting towards my due date, so I won't be able to make it. So I'm sending someone, but don't worry, I'm the one that'll finish the job. I'll do the editing and everything. You get your job as a due. But the minute you've said you're sending someone, number one. Yeah. Number two, you now say you're pregnant. Number three, don't worry, I'll get the whole thing, the whole conversation has changed. Yes, it's affected business.
Because I think clients are very confident when they get to see the owner of the business doing stuff.
Yes. Like that. So it affected business. So so businesses I could retain or those I could work with were those that actually know my processes.
Okay.
And those that know my staff that are familiar with them. So those are businesses that I could retain. And when the baby came, okay, work stopped. Honestly, work stopped. At least the first 3 months, work stopped. And it was a good thing. My husband knows so much about my work. Okay. So I could do the right thing and he does the finishing. I could do the right thing and does the finishing. But if his hands are full, so it has to go. So yeah, it affected business. So when the baby was like 4 months, I was like, okay, this is when everybody resumes work.
Wow. So we've gone to our opinion poll. Yeah. Feeling sleepy. 10% of employees would take naps at lunch if they could. What do you think about that?
During lunchtime, people are either making calls, checking all those sites that are normally blocked when you're working, or having that visitor in the office, or dashing out somewhere and coming back. Someone that is sleeping during lunchtime and you notice that person is not a one-off thing, check on that staff, I beg. Most people want to catch up during lunchtime, not necessarily sleep, even if they are tired. Because lunchtime is not such, worst case, 20 minutes. 20 minutes is too much, sir. 20 minutes, 30 minutes, you're back at your desk. So if somebody is taking a nap I think that person should be let to sleep. My office space, we have a sleep pod. We're trying to disabuse that notion that a productive day or a productive person is a stressed person. A stressed person can't be productive in the first place. It's now like going over or trying to relearn what we used to know before. So that's why you see some offices, like I said, like my workspace comes with a sleep pod. So if you're tired or if you feel like you are not giving what you're supposed to give, you're not being productive, go upstairs, close your eyes,
take a nap,
rejuvenate, come back.
So let's ask the audience. So what do you think? 10% of employees would take naps at lunch if they could. So just drop your comments in the comment section and then let's interact. I really love interacting, in the comment section. I love reading your comments and I actually love responding to them. So let's go back to our conversation. Did your work suffer during your hiatus period?
I don't want to give figures, but N is reduced because let's say I had 10 clients. I had like 4 that stayed back.
Wow.
Because most people are mobile, working, and they want to get this done, and they want to know that it's done immediately, move forward. Okay, Victoria, you're not available to travel. No. Okay, so I have to get someone else. So, okay, you'd ask, okay, why is she not in a daycare or something so that you can have your time back? It's not easy letting go. I'm trying to
build that attachment.
Yes, I'm trying to let her go. So it's not easy.
You're trying to let her go and say, please don't go, please don't go, don't leave me.
It's not easy. There you go. And I can't also take her out to work because my workplace, my office, my job is not a sit in the office job. Okay. I'm always on the move. Clients' offices. Sometimes I could be somewhere you wouldn't want a child to be. So apart from it being inconvenient for me, it'd be so much inconvenient for her. So coming back to normal, it's not the normal I left. So it's like I'm creating I have to walk around it and create like a new normal for myself.
So were there any form of emotions attached to the transition period, and how were you able to manage it?
I'm so like, do I really have to go out? Can't I just make this money? Can't I just wake up and my account is loaded? And for Christ's sake, does this girl need so much attention? Can she not just grow up? So it's some other times when it's morning. Anxiety. And that's the worst part of it all, especially when you are not there. When you're not there, I keep on checking. Why is she not called to check up? Okay, I give her like 2 hours. Call home. Is she okay? Has she had her food? Is her temperature okay? Especially if you leave the house and she was feeling a bit hot. That's the worst part. Yeah. When she's warm and you have to go out.
Yeah, your mind will be there.
You just go, has anything happened? Then maybe your caregiver just calls and you go like, oh Jesus, what happened now? And you go into meetings, you're trying to hurry up everything.
Checking your phone.
So people notice. Is everything okay? Oh no, I'm fine. Then when you're talking to a fellow lady, oh, I just want to check up my baby. You have to leave now. But you can't leave now because they are going into another meeting and you have to be at that meeting. Then when you get home, the way you breathe in, then you now realize that, wow, I've been holding this much in. How do people do this? Then Saturday comes and you now go like, I'm going to sleep in. Then somebody now reminds you, Victoria, you have a recording today.
Okay.
That kind of stuff.
So you just have to move with the motion.
You just have to move with it. You just have to move with it. The one we're growing up, most of us were not encouraged to talk about the stressful part of bringing up kids. Yeah. All the time you have to say, it's God's blessings. Yeah. It's fun. Yeah. These are the joy of motherhood. Yeah. All this stuff, you have to see all of this. Mothers should take a break. The maternity leave, take advantage of it. This is not, we might be deviating a bit, but let me say that. Now, a lot of individuals combine childcare and housework together as one.
It's different.
And they're different.
They're different.
They're very different. Like, oh, I'm stressed. I'm taking care of house and taking care of baby. Before now, you say, what's the difference? The difference is huge. Because if you want to focus on your baby alone and you don't have help in the house, give yourself a week, you'll be living in your environment should be dirty. Because if you give your baby the opportunity, the baby wants you all the time.
That's true.
So imagine doing the house chores and taking care of a baby.
That's
2 different jobs. Really, you should take a break. It helps stress levels. It even helps you to recenter yourself. And it helps you be a better parent. Yeah.
Were you able to do things differently after you got back to work?
I'm learning. I'm seriously relearning. I've learned the art of delegation big time now. Before now, I would love to do everything myself. If somebody says the video is already, I have to go through it all. You can't just deliver like that. Now, I've learned the art of delegation. Okay, you go and check this. Make sure so and so are represented. Please send for cross-checking. Send to the client for cross-checking. So you see, those normally were not what I used to do because I know what my clients want. So when they see it, they're like, Victoria, why are you giving me your work to do? Okay, please just check through. So that, because as you're checking through, I'm going home. Normally I would have been there to make sure, but now I'm beginning to trust in the abilities of the people that are working with me. After all, that's why they're working with me, Abby. So I'm beginning to trust in their abilities. Are you sure? Okay, send me a picture. Let me just see. No, should I send it all to you? No, don't say it all to you. How is it like? Is this reflected? Are you sure corporate colors, you got the right shades? He said indigo blue, you are not using sky blue. This kind of stuff. We're making sure everything. So these guys are getting busier. Unlike before when Victoria will do everything. So now they are getting busier. Okay, instead of me delivering, you go and deliver. If you can't go and deliver, I'll call a delivery person. I cannot go and deliver again. I'm going home. See, so you see, so I've learned the art of delegation. And I should have been delegating before now. So it's a new thing. So I feel guilty at times, especially if someone calls me, Victoria, how far I've not seen you? I'm not seeing you too. I'm not like, they're on their way, but I am on my way home. The person that's supposed to be on it, and I have to call. How far? What is? Normally, I would have been on my way to the client, but now, how far? What is it like? I'm just leaving. You are just leaving. So I start feeling guilty. So I have read up on it, and it was like, oh, it's normal, but it will pass. Do I want that feeling of guilt to pass? Because I don't know, it's a bit tricky. If I'm not feeling guilty, does it mean that I don't care about client satisfaction anymore?
No, but I think you care, but I think on the flip side, it shows growth on the side of the business. Why? Because your company or your brand should be able to do well without you.
That is how I feel at peace. Because the person that is my quality control is my husband. It's funny, but it's not like our business are intertwined, but he knows what I do. So I could just call him, please, can you help me check up on this person? Make sure it's going right. Or can you help me finish up on this thing? Right now, a lot of businesses that have been fused with tech.
Yeah.
And so that's where he comes in. He's the tech angle of the business. Yeah. So I'm like, please, can you help me make sure this is this? He's like, but the client didn't ask for this. I'm like, and that's why they say give more than was added service, give more than what was requested. So please just help me do this now and then forward. The president is expecting it.
But I hope you pay him for all that.
Pay him.
Oh, really?
My money is his money. His money is my money. So yeah, he's paid.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, he's paid. He's paid.
A lot of people would not say that. But
no, he's paid.
I think we should all learn that.
Yeah, he's paid.
My money is his money. His money is
my money. Yeah. So yeah, he's paid. Good. So we're good. We're good.
So what is your productivity level before your hiatus period compared to back to work? Oh, your deep sigh is loaded.
Okay. Let's look at it like this. I had the luxury of saying that I'll be working out of town for 2 months because you have projects lined up. I can't take out projects now, except they're very important. Because I don't want to travel with a child. And I don't want to leave an 8 months baby with a nanny. My sister has her hands full. And I don't think my husband is good with the baby, yes. But I would not be able to sleep outside the house without the baby. So I won't be so comfortable. And also, yeah, it's affecting a lot. Because I've built my business, my brand, my business and my brand even on the premise that I take out of town jobs
and projects.
Yes, So, and for some reason that has been the bulk of jobs that come in.
Okay.
Before now. So now I've been turning down a lot back. It's not like we don't do lots of online jobs, but the main thing is she's available to travel. You have a campaign, you're rolling out in the state. You're moving your team. Your team has gone ahead of you. At least two persons have gone ahead of you to make it easier and all of that stuff. So you have like a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Then you move to the next. You move to the next project. It has taken a hit now. So now I'm beginning to cultivate new grounds. Look for, if those jobs come, when those jobs come, I'm always like, this person will go, I won't have to go. I know, Victoria, we need you there. But she knows what I know, and I'll coordinate from here. We'll call you back. When you're taking a break, you really have to ask yourself, is this going to affect my career? It's going to affect my money? Going to affect my growth? If you're ready with it, because most of the time the answer is yes. If you've answered that, then you should also prepare yourself for what comes next, because it's easy to pass the blame. Because when you wake up one morning and you realize that you're not as liquid as you used to be because of no jobs. And the reason of no jobs is this baby that is crying. Please grow up. Or, in fact, I've changed my mind. You're starting your crash tomorrow. Then when you sleep again, you just have conflicting emotions. So I think the whole thing is, when you've decided to do this, also decide to face the outcome. Because there's always outcome, and the outcome, no matter how much you see, the thing there is that no matter how much you tell yourself that I'll be ready for it, you're really not ready for it
until you get into the situation.
Yes, you're not really ready for it.
So what are the tips needed for people transitioning from a hiatus?
Go slow.
Really,
go slow. Go easy with yourself. Really, go slow, go easy with yourself. Before you go back, ask those that are there, what's up, what's new. I'm very sure you'll still be in touch with your colleagues and co. But really find out, apart from, how's baby, how are you keeping up, how is office, everybody is fine. Really find out what's up before you resume, so that you don't get there and you are just shocked or you feel out of place. If you have been having serious conversations about resuming, it's easy for you to fit in again. because now you now know what is expected of you, what to do, and you now know your fast track route. So now you go like, oh, all right, sure. So you realize now you now have two atmospheres to balance, that at home and that at work. So now if you're making a decision, you start thinking, is this in place? Is this in place? And is this in place? So if all those are in place, then you can be relaxed where you are. Okay, relax 60% still. Can be relaxed where you are, because if those spaces, if you're not balanced, you won't produce. Then if you're in a workplace, you could lose your job.
That's true.
And if you're running your business, you could lose track of stuff and you'll find out that there's nothing coming in because there's no harmony between both spaces. So you have to take it slow first. Then second thing you should do is ask for pointers. Get feedback from what's going on, where you want to go to. If it's the office you want to resume, get feedback. If you're going back to your business, check out what's new. How do I fit in? Then the third one, this is the one I'm still, I think I've come to a decision about it. Am I going to have help or am I not going to have help? Because that determines a whole lot. You now have to learn to trust that you take care or trust your help so that your anxiety levels will come down, even though you're cutting also already. So that you're not always on the call or hurrying up meetings.
So you don't increase your blood pressure. You don't
increase your blood pressure, and you now give your clients a wrong picture of yourself, like, why are you in a hurry to? Okay, I think we need somebody that will pay attention to this project. But it's not like you're not paying attention, but something else needs attention. So you have to settle.
And you have to be able to live a balanced life.
Yes. And it doesn't mean you have to be a spa person, because it's those are Superman things.
I love when you said go slow. So take it easy. Don't beat yourself up.
No, don't beat yourself up. And you have to learn how to wear makeup again. You have to learn. That's the big one. You have to learn how to wear makeup again. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. No, so those people say, oh, go natural. Please, sister, learn how to wear makeup again. It's a big one.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. So we've come to our giveaway session. Yay! So what do you have for us? So tell us what you have for us and how we could actually get this giveaway.
Okay, now this one is a serious one. I have I'll have a consultation session with whomever our host selects.
Okay, so it's going to be a raffle. Okay.
So whoever our host selects, I'll basically 2 hours consultation talking about marketing and positioning in real time, not just trainings.
Wow.
On your business.
Obviously, you need to subscribe to...
That's the top now.
You have to subscribe to this channel. Follow her too on Instagram, on Twitter, and then follow us too on Instagram. And then we would actually select the winner. Thank you. We really had fun with this. Thank you so much. Hope you had a very wonderful time. I did. I actually learned a lot. What stood out for me is when you're actually coming back from hiatus period, ensure you go slow. There are so many emotions that come with it, but you will be fine. Do not beat yourself up. Take it one step at a time. If you have to take baby steps, take baby steps, and definitely you will get there. But before you even go on that break, ensure you have thought about it and ensure you've made up your mind that this is the journey I want to go on, and definitely you're coming out strong at the end. Do not forget to subscribe, like, share. Turn on your notification. Till I see you next time. Stay true to yourself. Be good. Go slow. Bye.